Last year, in the 2018 year, the U.S. Department of Transportation reported or estimated 40,000 deaths by car. Cities such as New York, Boston, San Francisco are constantly clogged with traffic, accidents, and pedestrians. Car accidents kill lots of people, and 90% of death or accidents with cars are caused by human error. Our transportation network is deeply flawed. There's a slight problem with the way we've set it up, and as it's evolved over time, the flaws have expounded. We need to fix this. The best way to fix this is by overhauling the transportation system. An example or a fragment of this overhaul would involve replacing personal vehicles with autonomous vehicles, such as self-driving cars. An example of this would be all Honda Civics, for instance, would be replaced with self-driving cars, and eventually all personal vehicles. Self-driving cars, in this case, are superior. They can go faster and still be safe. They don't get distracted. When you're driving down the road and you see a cute bunny, dead animal, you want to stop or look at it. And self-driving cars don't do that. Self-driving cars don't get distracted by text messages, their food, whether or not they're sleeping. Self-driving cars also follow the rules of the road with exactness. They don't speed, they don't run red lights, and if there's dangerous weather conditions, they will stop or slow down dramatically. That is an example of one aspect that we could change, and that would save thousands of lives every year. Now, the Rotary Club, as I'm sure you all know, has a four-way test that is used to evaluate what they think, what they say, and the actions we do. This is in 4 parts. This is the first part being, is it the truth? The second part, is it fair to all concerned? The third part, is it going to build goodwill and better friendships? And the fourth part, is it beneficial to all concerned? So let's evaluate the current transportation system and a updated transportation system with this 4-way test. Is it the truth? Yes, our transportation system is flawed. And yes, it does need to be corrected and improved. Our cars are parked 95% of the time, which means they're only in use 5% of the time. If we say you spend $20,000 on a safe car, you're only using that 5% of the time, which is a large waste. Second, is it fair to all concerned? Today's current transportation system doesn't work well for poor people. Your average person makes $3,500 a month, and a less expensive car payment per month would be $530. After you take in mortgage, bills, and other debts, that makes your monthly living allotment incredibly tight, with that money for the car potentially could be used for somewhere else. Is it going to build goodwill and better friendships? Improving our transportation system will, in fact, improve goodwill and will increase better friendships. Carpooling in major cities has been recommended, and yet is not highly done due to people being worried about picking up a stranger in their car, getting their car trashed, or simply out of impracticality. In many cities, they use buses and the close quarters to transport people around in hopes that this will decrease traffic and decrease pollutions. The other interesting fact about will this improve goodwill and better friendships is traffic. We all know it sucks. You spend sometimes 2 or 3 hours sitting in a car, not going anywhere, and this can be caused by accidents or just people turning too slowly, something similar to that. So traffic makes you cranky, and when you're cranky, you don't get along well with people. So a simple solution to this, or a simple way to help with this, would be by decreasing traffic, which could be done via improving our transportation network. And finally, is this beneficial to all concerned? Yes. By removing personal vehicles and replacing them with autonomous cars, By improving the amount of buses that we have in our cities and improving public transportation, we can decrease the amount of money that the average person needs to spend on transportation, allowing them to have a higher quality of life. Carpooling or sharing rides with other people allows us to make new friends and meet new people. For the last 6 months or so, I've been riding the public bus to school, to work, wherever I can bike or walk. And I can honestly say this has made me a better person. By being able to communicate with people I have never met before on the bus, I've made new friends, and I've learned to open myself up to others because we all have common experiences that we can become good friends with. So let me just finalize by saying our transportation network is flawed, but this can be improved if we work with other people to carpool, by improving our transportation, such as by getting buses, more trains, and self-driving cars to decrease traffic and increase safety. Thank you.